Good morning, students. 12th standard Biozoology. So, unit number 3, chapter number 7. Antigen and antibody. So, the interaction. Antigen, antibody. So, the interaction. The reaction between the antigen and antibody. Reaction between the antigen and antibody based upon humoral immunity. So they are having a humoral immunity or cell mediated immunity. So based on the humoral immunity, or they are having a cell mediated the immunity. So the reaction between the antigen and antibody, so they occur in a 3 stages. So they occur in a 3 stages. The reactions between the antigen and antibody, so they occur in a 3 stages. What are the 3 stages? The first stage, the reaction involved the formation of antigen and the antibody complex. So the first the reactions that take place, antigen and antibody complex. It means, so the antigen and the antibody come closer. So they contact with one another. So this substances is called an antigen antibody complex. This is the first stage of the interaction between the antigen and the antibody. Then second stage, so the stage leads to visible event like a precipitation. Visible event is called the precipitation. It means they convert it into solid form. Precipitation and agglutination. So the agglutination means they have a clumping together. Clumping, so that you come together. This is called the second stage. So the precipitation and also they are having the agglutination. They are having a second step. The final stage, the destruction of antigen. So they are having a final stage. So they are having a destruction. Of antigen. First they are having a antigen antibody complex. The second stage is called a precipitation and agglutination. The third stage, so the antigens become destroyed. The antigens become destroyed. These are the 3 stages occur between the antigen and the antibody. So the interaction. Then, so the next stage, the next process is called the binding force of the antigen antibody reaction. Binding force. Force between antigen and antibody interaction. What type of force are involved in this reaction, in the interaction? So the binding force between the antigen antibody, they occur in a 3 factor. So they are having a 3 factor. So the force, so the binding force between the antigen and antibody interactions occur in a 3 factor. So closeness between the antigen and antibody. The first one is called so the closeness. So between the antigen and the antibody. So the antigen antibody come closer. So the first process, the first factor, So the antigen and antibody come closer to each other. And they have a non-covalent bond. The next step, they are creating a non-covalent bond between the two antigen and antibody. Or intramolecular force. Intramolecular. So the force are acted between the antigen and antibody. So the third one is called affinity of antibody. So these are the three factors they involving the force between the antigen and antibody. So first one is called the closeness of antigen and antibody. Second one is called so the between the antigen and antibody, so they have a non-covalent bond is formed. It means they are having an intramolecular force. So third one is called the affinity of the antibody. So between the antigen and antibody, when the antigen and antibody are close fitted, so they are between the antigen and the antibody, so they become a close fitted, the strengthening of the bond is greater. So they have an antigen and antibody is a very close, they form in a bonding. So the bonding strength is a very high. Bonding, so the height is so bonding rate is very high. When they are apart binding the strength, so the distance between the antigen and the antibody, the distance is high, so the binding force is become to reduce. Very closer, they produce the binding rates are increased. The distance is higher, so the binding rate is become to reduce. They become to slow. So the bonds held together, antigen and antibody, combining the non-covalent bond. So normally the bond between the antigen and antibodies are non-covalent bond in nature. So between by the hydrogen bond. So hydrogen bond is a non-covalent bond. Non-covalent, so bond. Electrostatic bond. Electrostatic bond is otherwise called van der Waals force. Van der Waals force. And they have a hydrophobic bonding. So these are the bond. They occur between the antigen and the antibody. What are the bonds? So the hydrogen bond and the electrostatic bond and the van der Waals force between the two molecules. You mean the antigen and antibody. Then hydrophobic binding. So these are the non-covalent bond. These are the non-covalent bond. So the antibody affinity is the strength of the reactions between a single antigenic determinant. A single antigenic determinant. It means the only one sites are present, antigenic determining antibody, the single combining sites and the antibody. So the great affinity. So the single antigenic binding sites are present, increasing the binding rate. Then, so chief application of antigen antibody reaction. So what are the application? So what is the uses of antigen and antibody? A binding reaction. So they have been used for determining the blood group. First one is called so determine the blood group. So based upon the antigen and antibody interactions, so they easily identify the blood group. The study of the serological assessments are based upon the infection agent. So they easily identify the infection agents to develop the immunoassay, quantification of the various substances, and also they use it for the quantity of the substances. Various factors are present in the bloodstream, in the blood, and they detect the presence of absence of protein serum. So they have a determine the presence and the absence of serum protein. So easily they have identified and determine the character of the certain immunodeficiency disease. So they have easily identified the character of the deficiency disease. So these are the applications for the antigen and antibody interaction. So thank you very much, students.